let's focus on how do we use the half angle formula for sine, cosine, and tangent. So first I have an example over here dealing with sine. We are given sine pi over 8, and we are going to find the half angle for sine based off of that. Now the formula tells us it's going to be plus or minus. That's going to depend on the sine of your angle here. The square root of 1 minus cosine theta over 2. So really, in order to plug into this formula here, we just need to know what cosine theta is, which first we need to know what our theta is. We are given that this is a half angle. We are working with the half angle formula. So actually two things that we need to do real quick first. First, we need to figure out what theta is. So theta, whenever you're given one of these problems, the first thing you're going to want to do is multiply that by 2. Again, we're given the half angle. In order to find the full angle, we are going to multiply that by 2, making this a 2 pi over 8 or a pi over 4 when we simplify that out. So theta is actually equal to pi over 4. So that when we plug into this formula here, well, this is going to equal to plus or minus. Now, sine of pi over 4 is positive, so this is going to be positive here. Square root of 1 minus cosine pi over 4 over 2. You want to go ahead and evaluate cosine pi over 4. Again, throw that in your calculator. Use your unit circle. Cosine pi over 4 is a square root of 2 over 2. So just plugging that, all of that in here. So just simplifying a tiny bit here underneath the radical, otherwise we are done with this problem here. In order to simplify this entire fraction here, I am going to multiply this by a 2. I'm multiplying everything by a 2, the numerator and the denominator essentially here. So that's going to give us this 1 times 2 is going to be a 2 minus, these 2's are going to cancel out, over a 4. Simplifying this just a little bit more here, if we take a look, we know we can break up our radical to our numerator and our denominator, and the only reason we are going to want to do that is because our denominator is a 4, and we can take the square root of 4. So our answer here, this is going to be the square root of 2 minus the square root of 2 over a 2. So for this problem, we are going to focus on how do we use the half angle formula for cosine in order to find the exact value of the given expression here. So we are given that we have cosine of negative 3 pi over 8, and we're going to use the half angle formula over here for cosine. Real quickly here, first off, one of our rules for cosine says that if you have cosine of negative x, that is just equal to cosine of x. So this cosine negative 3 pi over 8 is the same thing as cosine of 3 pi over 8. Also, anytime you are given a half angle problem here, in order to calculate this, the first thing, or one of the first things we're going to have to do here is calculate what our theta is here. So take your given theta here and multiply that by 2. Again, we're talking about working with the half angle formula. In order to find theta, we're going to multiply that by 2, essentially get your full angle here. When we calculate this, we do get a 6 pi over an 8 here. Or when we simplify that, that is just a 3 pi over 4. So when we plug into our formula here, again, we are talking about our positive representation here. That is going to be a square root of 1 plus cosine theta, where our theta is 3 pi over 4. And then that will be over 2. Go ahead and calculate cosine 3 pi over 4. Again, either throwing that into your calculator or using your unit circle. Cosine of 3 pi over 4 is a square root of 2 over 2. The only thing left to do is to simplify our radical here. So again, in order to simplify our radical, multiply everything by a 2 over a 2. So that here in our numerator, we're going to get a 2 plus. These 2's cancel here, so we can drop down the square root of 2 over a 4. Again, split up that radical to our top and bottom, because we can definitely take the square root of 4. Square root of 4 is a 2. Our numerator will be the square root of 2 plus the square root of 2 for our cosine of theta over 2.